And we're live.
And we're live. Hi everyone, this is, I'm SuddenlyCassie, and this is Mega Man on the Game Gear. One of the little forgotten ones that no one really seems to know about.
And I'm Lizstar. I'll be joining her for this adventure. I don't actually run this game yet. I plan to, so I know, like, a good amount about it, but for the most part, Cassie will be explaining all the strats and stuff. I'll just be here to make fun and poke at you.
Okay.
No, I'm here to help you relax.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this started. Time will start as soon as I select the difficulty, so let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
We start off, we have our choice of 4 Robot Masters. We start with Stone Man, just because it's one of the easiest ones to fight with the Buster.
As you can see, the Game Gear version has only 4 Robot Masters. It's very similar to the Game Boy version, except for some reason, the Robot Masters are from a bunch of different games. We have Stone Man, Bright Man, Napalm Man, and Star Man. So most of them are from 4, but then are from 5. But then we have one from 4, which is a strange addition. And then that's not even it. We have 2 more later on that we'll be getting to.
Yeah, it's kind of a fun mix from 4 and 5.
You'll notice Cassie going for a few safety lives that are hidden throughout the game. That's because this is the only Mega Man game, to my knowledge, that has no continues. So if she dies, that's it. The run is dead. There's no way for us to continue. So having safety lives during a marathon is a very good idea. It is very similar to the Game Boy version, but the Game Gear version is incredibly unique in a bunch of different ways. So, basically, Capcom was a partner with Nintendo for a long time, but then they wanted to get in with Nintendo. They wanted to get in with Sega, so they decided to make 2 games for Sega consoles. They said, we'll make one for the Game Gear and we'll make one for the Genesis. For the Genesis, they made Wily Wars, and for the Game Gear, they made this, but Capcom didn't even make this game. This is US Gold, who, weren't they like a British company who did a lot of ports or something like that?
Yeah, they're a British company that did inexpensive ports of US games for the European market. But they published this game only in the US, so...
Yeah, only in the US. This game never even came out in Japan, of all places. So, it's a pretty rare game. It goes for pretty exorbitant prices online. And it has kind of a, infamous, like, legacy to it. People don't really view it as a good game. I think it's a technical marvel, and I think it's good. The only major issue is that the screen is just way too zoomed in. Here we have Stone Man. He is the most excitable boy. He wants to hug you, and there's nothing you could do about it. If you've ever played Mega Man 5, he does not jump nearly this much or this fast. And that can surprise you if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna play this game. Whoa, Stone Man! That is actually a theme that we'll be getting to.
Yeah, the Robot Masters in this game are very bouncy. They're very fast.
This game is really hard. Mostly because of the 1 continue limit. So next we'll be going to Starman. You'll notice that even though most of these Robot Masters are from the same game, they are not in the same order. Usually after Stone Man, we'd be going to Charge Man, but there is no Charge Man. And usually Star Man is strong against Gravity Man, but there is no Gravity Man. So, they just kind of came up with their own order of stuff. For the most part, we'll be just using the Buster. Because the Buster is way better than any of the weapons they give us. They give us Napalm Bomb, Stone, what's it called? Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Like those...
But in this version, they're not even, don't even have their names, they're just Stone Weapon,
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
crash weapon.
When you get the weapons, when it's like weapon get, it doesn't say Power Stone. It said you get stone weapon. My favorite is Napalm Man. They just call it you get bomb weapon. I'm like, yeah, bombs are weapons. I don't deny that. One of the things in this stage, these dudes, the like big walker mechs, you need to hit them with a charge shot, because otherwise, if you just hit them with a Mega Buster, it takes like literally 30 seconds.
Yeah, you have to be a very exact shot, and the charge shot in this game compared to other Mega Man games is does 4 damage instead of 3, so it's very worth doing a charge shot anytime you can.
Power Stone is often considered one of, if not the worst abilities in all of Mega Man. Aiming it in this game is way easier than it is in Mega Man 5. But Starman's pretty easy. Went down real quick. And we get Star Weapon.
Crash
weapon. No, we get Crash Weapon!
Yeah.
You're not Crash Man, Starman! Don't give me that! Alright, now we have Great Man. Again, kind of out of place. You would have thought they'd continue on with, like, the 5 enemies. I would have loved to have Crash Man wait, no, not Crash Man. Sorry. Charge Man. So Bright Man stage is difficult. It's difficult enough in NES because of the many bottomless pits, but the thing with there's a few things I should say with this game. Number one, the screen is so small. That's because the Game Gear has a really tiny resolution. So there will be many points in the game, we've already come across a few, where the screen is a little high up, and you're like, oh, I should jump down, but it's a bottomless pit, and you can't tell.
Or you can't tell if it's actually a safe spot to go.
Exactly. Or it's like, oh, well, now I have to take a leap of faith, because that's where I'm supposed to go, but I can't tell if it is or not. The levels are almost exactly the same as in the NES version, so if you remember the NES version perfectly, then you can be like, oh, there's a pit there, but what kid is going to memorize Mega Man's 4 and 5?
Well, for me learning this was my first ever Mega Man game, so...
What a Mega Man game to start on! Cassie is the Game Gear queen. She has plans to speedrun a bunch of Game Gear games. Much like I'm the Genesis queen, we were clearly made for each other. This is the hardest part. So Go ahead.
I was going to say that first jump is really tight here compared to the NES version.
Exactly. And in the NES version, you can run against the sides of this and it won't let you fall down.
Okay,
you cannot do that in this version. So it is an incredibly tight jump. This is not on emulator, actually. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is. I'm sorry. So, in order to get a Game Gear to, like, play on TV, you have to hack it. And Cassie actually did hack it. However, this game costs, like, $200, and we're not about that life. There is a Game Gear EverDrive, but it's also really expensive, and it's, like, no one wants Game Gear EverDrives, so it's not the most high-tech thing.
It's pretty outdated compared to any of the others.
Exactly. Like, we're hoping that eventually it'll get updated and it'll be like, oh, here's save states on Game Gear. But chances are pretty low on that ever happening. Basically, in order to capture from the Game Gear, you have to go into it and just hack in your own AV out. It's really impressive that Cassie managed to do that. Again, Bright Man is a bouncy boy. He's so excitable.
Very bouncy, very fast.
Even more bouncy than Stone Man, which is surprising. And you get Bright Weapon, which is barely a weapon at all. Do we use Bright Man's weapon, like, often? Flash Stopper?
No, it's not actually a flash stopper in this game. It just does damage to enemies on screen.
What? Oh, good.
So I'm searching for tech of using a lot of the Robot Master weapons for just regular levels, but so far
really
not
isn't
coming up
any.
with much.
These like drill things, I'm almost 1000% certain are instant kills.
Instant kill,
so
yes.
You have to be ready for them. Getting another E-tank for safety, very good idea.
That was a quick and easy one to get.
Yeah, we usually go for the like really easy ones. Like you saw in Stone Man stage, there's a hidden one that's behind a breakable wall. A lot of damage boosting in this stage, because, I mean, who wants to fight these giant enemies? Something I've noticed in this game is that you kind of take less damage than you would in the NES version. You seem to have a little bit more health, but a lot of the deaths in this game aren't about your health. It's about falling in pits, or like getting knocked into unfortunate areas, or not knowing there's a pit and jumping into it because you think it's safe.
The good one here, you don't really know that you have a spot you can jump.
Exactly, that's awful. I mean, this game's great. People really do crap on this game, but it is way better than people give it credit for. It's as good as a Game Boy game, I would say. It's got like that kind of Game Boy style to it, but maybe not as like creative as the Game Boy games. Ooh, wow, that was close.
You can do the limit, but we're gonna save that E-tank.
No, that's a good idea. Something about the Game Gear... Oh wait, no, actually, here, let's talk about this for a second, because we're about to get to the Wily stages.
Yeah.
So you defeat the 4 Robot Masters, and here we have Cossack's Castle.
Yeah, suddenly, no mention of Cossack at all in here. Suddenly we're in Cossack Citadel, and fighting more Robot Masters.
Yep, now we're fighting more Mega Man... Wait, is Mega Man 5 or 4?
Mega Man 5,
I
believe.
Yeah, he is 5. So one more 5 Robot Master. We have 2 more Robot Masters to fight. It's kind of similar, again, to the Game Boy games, except you can't choose your fighting. You can't, like, choose a capsule and go to it. This is entirely predetermined. And these count as the Wily stages. After this, isn't there just, like, one more stage and then we fight Wily? Well, like, after this end, the next Robot Master.
Yeah,
Who is my
there's
favorite Robot Master?
yeah, one more after this, and then we're on to Wily after that.
Gotcha. That's what I thought. It is a short game, but like I said, the difficulty in the continuing system makes it last way longer. It's that kind of situation where, oh, we have a short game, let's just make it really hard so that the kids can't beat it easily.
You do have the password system, but if you through these last few stages, then you're starting back at the beginning of the, I guess, Cossack Citadel.
I guess Cossack's Castle. This game is really like technically impressive that we're getting all this good stuff on a Game Gear, and there's not really any like slowdown or any problems. The game runs fairly well from what I can tell. At least from all I've played it. I haven't beaten this game. I keep dying on the next stage because it's really freaking hard. Oh, I hate this octopus, dude.
It's very exact, and when you're bouncing your shots off, because you can only have 2 shots on screen at a time.
So you remember in Star Stage, we had the like little robot mechs who had a singular spot. It's a very precise, like probably not like a pixel, but it's close. And you can't do a charge shot in this little scooter, so you have to just deal with it.
Yeah, it's actually that this isn't actually Wave Man's song. This is, I believe it's Gravity Man. If you want to hear Wave
Really?
Man, it's actually Wave Man's song appears on the game over screen, so hopefully we won't hear that.
Really? That's... I have to believe that's a mistake. Ooh, an extra life. That's really good. I'm gonna talk about, like, the Game Boy... I'm not... Yeah, this is a Game Boy. I'm gonna talk about the Game Gear's, like, mechanical situation, because a lot of people think that it's just a Master System in, like, a handheld version, but it's not. The Game Gear was Sega's answer to the Game Boy, and it is very similar to the Master System, and indeed a lot of Master System games got ported over to the Game Gear. However, the Game Gear actually has a much higher color capacity than even the Genesis. The Genesis, I think, has like 125, like 126 colors, something similar to that it can possibly grab, and then the Game Gear has like over 1,000.
Yeah, 4,000 colors that Game Gear supports, and Genesis is, I think it's
256.
a couple hundred, might be up to 500.
Gotcha. I don't know the exact numbers, but it is surprising. The problem is the Game Gear can only run a certain amount of them, but that's why it isn't exactly a Master System, because the Master System only has like 64 colors. That
Yeah,
you can choose
pretty low. I was just going to mention, like, also in this, the last fight, Wave Man, the only Robot Master that has no weakness.
Wait, what is Toadman weak to?
Toadman's weak to Wave Man. Strangely.
Wait, you? I didn't even know you got Wave Man's ability. That's probably like the only Robot Master in the entire series that I can think of that has no weakness. Okay, so this is Toadman stage. He's one of my favorite Robot Masters of all time, just because of how silly he is. But this stage is a nightmare, because again, the jumps are like really precise. In Mega Man 4, we could skip the snails and all the puppy dog tails by using Brightman's weapon. However, Brightman's weapon doesn't do that, so we have to actually kill the snails in order to get past them. Oh god.
That was a lot closer than I would have liked.
That was really scary. What we wouldn't do to have Rush Marine here, huh? Oh. Alright, so really good job getting through Toadman's with no problems.
Yeah, the Brightman and Toadman are the two toughest parts of the game, and just because
It's probably
Rain Flash hurts a lot.
Yeah. Toadman is like the easiest Robot Master in the world in the NES version, but his pattern is different in the Game Gear version, because he's a really hoppy boy.
He really likes to bounce around the screen a lot, and the smaller screen where you don't get the entire boss stage fitting on the screen makes it a lot harder. You can't do any damage when they're off screen, so you have to keep your fights really close.
You get Rain Weapon.
And suddenly, it's Wily's castle. Wasn't Cossack Citadel at all.
Yeah, just buy Cossack. What is? And again, it's only one level.
And apparently Quickman.
Oh yeah, Quickman stage. I forgot about Quickman stage. What is Quickman weak to? Is he weak to Toad?
I don't actually know.
Uh oh. Do you just use Mega Buster?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Keep that as a bit of a surprise.
Alright. Also to note, these lasers do not kill you in one hit. Don't they take... Yeah,
you
they
have
take
to
two
let
hits.
him fast, but you take a hit...
Basically, the first hit is free on a screen, and then the second hit will kill you. Because they move a lot faster in this than on the NES version.
Yeah, because we do have the slide.
Wow, game. It would sure be nice if you had given us Flash Stopper. That would have been great.
Okay, going into Quickman, and... Oh, what's this? Oh, maybe not.
Oh, I guess no quick, man. I guess they were just like, hey, we have some extra free space on the cartridge. What do you think we should add? Hey, I like Quickman stage. Yeah, that sounds fun.
And then immediately into Wily.
Yeah, so
No,
here's
no
Wily.
fights.
He sucks. So he's all RNG, whether or not you're even able to hit him. We just have to wait for him to come down.
You can't
Again,
actually hit him with rain weapon, but I know at least on the final hit, if you do it that way, you soft lock the game.
oh snap, really? God, that is so mean. So this is a huge, like, either time save or time waste. It's just whether or not Wily is nice to you. Also, Wily looks really weird here. He's got, like, his eyes all closed. Deep concentration. Which I suppose you would be if there was a murder bot coming after you. Casual reminder that in Mega Man 2 on the Game Gear, Wily is freaking killed. He's blown up, and then he's used to bomb the Earth. Mega Man is evil, and Wily is actually the good guy. Actually, my headcanon is that they're in a BDSM relationship, but that's probably not for this chat. Look, alright, what other reason would there to be for this to continue to go on and Mega Man not even try to stop him? They're into it, alright? It is a kink.
And there it is. That's
Alright, GG, time.
And we jump up. I guess we're getting Wily weapon. Also, it seems like Wily weapon, or Wily went down with the ship.
Wily exploded.
And it's causing Citadel blowing up again, so...
Mission perfect. GG, Cassie. Good job. And then we get a bunch of fireworks that were from Breakman stage for some reason.
Yeah.
Alright, Cassie, do you have any, like, shoutouts or anything else you want to say before we end?
Just want to say thanks for joining me on commentary.
Of course.
You know, thank everyone for coming out supporting this marathon. It's a lot of fun. It's just hanging out with friends and raising money for a great cause. So,
Thank you all for watching Mega Man Game Gear. It's a very obscure game, Mega Man game, but it is a lot of fun. I'd suggest playing it and seeing for yourself if it's really that bad. Next up, we have Mega Man DOS, I think, which really is that bad. I say that as a speedrunner of that game. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a lot of fun. Trust me, you do not want to miss it.